The following is a conversation with a musician who had over 30 million streams on Spotify in 2025. He is the man behind the very popular song Rangesari, which he co created with his mother, Kavita Seth, who herself is a legend. He has worked with other greats like Swanand Kirkare and Shreya Ghoshal and has won multiple awards and nominations. The person we're talking about is Kanishk Seth. I hope you enjoy the conversation, and in case you do, please leave a like and also subscribe before you move forward.
से शुरू करें.
ठीक है भैया इतनी All right, all right.
ठीक है.
So because you come from such a musical family,
Yeah.
your mom is the legendary Kavita Seth, your brother is Kavish Seth, who has invented his own instrument.
Right.
So there's too much creativity in your household.
Yeah.
So did
Too
you
many opinions also.
So did you choose music, or was it something that was bound to happen?
Um, so I would say, like, when I was probably 5 or 6, of course, my parents were the ones who kind of wanted me to pursue music. It wasn't me.
Okay.
मेरा मेरा ध्यान सिर्फ खेलने में लगा रहता था कि कब 5 बजेंगे और कब मैं खेलने जाऊंगा अपने दोस्तों के साथ छुपन छुपाई. लाइक वी टू स्टे इन दिल्ली, तो ये सब गेम्स वहीं, और वो भी उस वक्त पे ये सब गेम्स खेलते थे.
You were in Delhi.
I was in Delhi, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I was born in Delhi and we lived in Jorbagh.
Okay.
So my dad used to work at Airport Authority of India, and so we were like in government quarters and पूरी मतलब I think 15-16 साल तक तो मैं गवर्नमेंट क्वार्टर्स में ही रहा हूँ.
Okay.
एंड आई लॉस्ट माई डैड इन 2011. बट जब मैं 5-6 साल का था, इट वॉज माई मॉम एंड डैड बोथ, दे वॉन्टेड मी टू लर्न म्यूजिक. तो घर पे मेरे गुरुजी आते थे. मैं आई स्टार्टेड विद वायलिन.
Oh.
So I was learning Hindustani classical violin, and then when we moved to Mumbai, then I picked up. I was continuing with violin, but Western classical. Then I learned that for a little bit, and then I learned piano, and और भी बहुत सारी चीज़ें सीख रहा था at a very early age, like around 12 or 13. Like sound engineering शुरू कर दी थी. Music
कब स्टार्ट करी?
like 13 or 14.
Okay.
एंड प्रोड्यूस करने लग गया था सॉफ्टवेयर्स पे. आई वाज जस्ट मेकिंग बीट्स. मज़ा आ रहा था. लाइक साउंड इंजीनियरिंग ऑफ कोर्स बहुत बाउंसर जा रहा था, क्योंकि मैं 8th में था और सब फिजिक्स और ये सब चीज़ें बहुत ऊपर जा रही थी मेरे. बट लाइक जितना प्रैक्टिकल एप्लीकेशन हो रहा था उतना ज़्यादा समझ में भी आ रहा था और मज़ा भी आ रहा था करने में. तो मेरा प्रैक्टिकल एप्लीकेशन ज़्यादा था उस वक्त. तो एक तरीके से घर पे वो इन्वायरमेंट बना दिया था डैड ने ज़्यादा. डैड वाज वेरी पैशनेट अबाउट ऑल आवर करियर्स बेसिकली, लाइक स्पेशली मॉम्स, एंड देन हम लोग भी थे इन सब चीज़ों में. बट व्हेन आई लॉस्ट हिम इन and I think I was around 16 or something. I was like already doing a lot of things. Like मेरा photography में भी interest था, theater भी कर लिया है. So it was a bunch of everything, and I was feeling very like as in okay, I have a lot of options, but all of this has been given to me. What do I choose out of this? Like मेरा ये इंटरेस्ट ना पुश करवा के जगह है कि हाँ ये अच्छा है, मैं कर भी सकता हूँ इन सब चीज़ों में. बट आई नो आई कैन डू डिफरेंट थिंग्स. एबिलिटी है, बट मेरा इंटरेस्ट किस में सबसे ज़्यादा है. सो आई रिमेंबर, I think after a month or two, like after his passing, I was just like on my keyboard and I was composing something, and that was my first composition ever. Like कुछ मैंने पहली बार ऐसे बनाया था, and it was a पंजाबी काफ़ी, बाबा बुल्ले शाह की.
What's a काफ़ी?
इट्स अ फॉर्म ऑफ पोइट्री. अलग अलग स्टाइल्स होती है, जैसे गज़लें होती हैं, नज़में होती हैं, जैसे पंजाबी में काफ़ी होती है. मतलब पद जैसे कबीर के पद होते हैं.
Okay.
तो वैसी बाबा बुल्ले शाह की काफ़ी होती है. तो वो मैंने कंपोज किया था. कभी रिलीज़ नहीं हुआ है ये गाना अब तक. आई डोंट नो व्हाई ऑनेस्टली, बट आई थिंक कंपोज करने के बाद मुझे रियलाइज़ हुआ कि दिस इज़ समथिंग दैट आई वांट टू डू. Like I
Okay.
really like music. Although I started my career as a music producer, like just making music around melodies, but I was like, I really want to do music, man. Like composing something just really elevated my experience, empowered me actually, like मैं भी कर सकता हूँ, मैं भी धुनें बना सकता हूँ. तो वहाँ से काफ़ी चेंज आया था. एंड फिर देयर वाज लाइक नो स्टॉपिंग. आई वाज producing, I was composing, and I think in 2014 I released the album Trance with Khusro with Mom.
Right.
But I was the producer. I didn't do much, and I was very young to kind of do it. But it was a very bold attempt from both our ends. कि मतलब बहुत कम लोगों ने सूफी म्यूजिक को इलेक्ट्रॉनिक के साथ मिक्स करा था, एंड इन अ वे विद साउंड्स बैलेंस्ड, लाइक डजंट, मतलब क्योंकि माय इंस्पिरेशंस have like they've been Karsh Kale, Medieval Pandits, they still are, and so many other world artists in general. But like मुझे बस वो चीज़ लग रही थी कि music was kind of taking over with what they were, like the composition or the lyric. So I tried to balance that, but of course that was also a big learning curve. Got nominated एक दो बड़े festivals में, तो अच्छा, it was a nice boost. But then again I took my time. I was like मुझे जल्दी नहीं है कोई भी चीज़ करने में, मुझे अच्छा काम करना है. I was making a bunch of stuff, and yeah, I started releasing my own songs, and then Rangi Sari also happened. Like that was out of pure मस्ती. मतलब कि भाई कुछ, मतलब ऐसा काम करना है जो, मतलब ऑफ कोर्स आई वाज लिसनिंग टू शुभा गुट्टू जी. मतलब घर में यही इन्वायरमेंट था, सूफियाना कलाम, गज़लें, ठुमरी, लिसनिंग टू प्रभा अत्रे जी और आबिदा जी, मॉम, सो मेनी पीपल. तो ऑफ कोर्स रंगी सारी मैंने बचपन से ही सुना हुआ था, एंड आई वाज जस्ट लाइक मॉम, लेट्स जस्ट डू समथिंग फॉर द फन ऑफ इट, एंड made like a cool rendition out of it. And then because I was also very much into visuals, and I loved animation, so we made this cool music video also. It got really viral in COVID and everything, and since then there's like no looking back. Yeah, like full, like just devoted my entire this thing to music.
Right. So
Yeah.
was it the passing away of your dad that triggered your, that
it
ignited
did.
your...
Yes, it did trigger, it did ignite something. uh I don't know what, man, like it's been more than 14 years now to that. But
How old were you when...
I was 16. I was in 10th.
Okay.
Like I was about to give my boards, पर उसका कोई इतना लोड नहीं था. Like dad was never like, he was least bothered about our studies. Like तुम ये सब करने के लिए कर लो, but like you focus on your music. That's how he approached.
That's amazing.
Yeah, even mom, like they never attended any parent teacher
Seriously?
meeting. Yeah. They were like कोई बहाना मार दो या whatever. Even I don't know if my HOD is watching this, but like my mother was also like, sorry, I can't come to college. So there was always some or the other, like they were least bothered about my education. But I was also a good student. Like I never, like my percentage was always around 90s, late 80s or something. So I was a good above average student, nothing too excelling also. My brother was really good. Like
Okay.
like he topped in Maharashtra in his maths exam, in boards, and like then he cleared IIT and went to IIT, and like वहाँ से पढ़े थे, and then उनकी अलग journey है.
Right. उनसे अलग बात करनी पड़ेगी.
But yeah, I think वही that did.
At 16 you were very young to for such an incident.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure कि आप कितने aware थे उस time पे, but did your outlook towards life, towards people around you, towards your relations with them, did it change?
Kind of, yes. Like as in, I think what happens is when you lose any parent figure early on, and also when you're not living in a joint family. It's just you, your brother, and your mother. Suddenly all the responsibilities changed for everybody. Like we were all kind of looking out for each other in a way, but at the same time grieving. And I feel like there are still certain things that where we all operate in a way that have kind of happened from that event. लाइक स्टिल मुझे अभी भी लगता है जैसे मेरी भी बहुत चीज़ें हैं, घर पे भी बहुत सारी चीज़ें हैं, अभी भी हम रह सकते हैं कहीं ना कहीं कुछ प्रोसेस कर रहे हैं उस ग्रीफ को इन डिफरेंट वेज। लाइक हम कैसे हो गए, हमारा आउटलुक कैसा हो गया है दुनिया की तरफ, हम रिलेशनशिप्स को कैसा देखते हैं, तो वो सब चीज़ें बहुत अलग हो गई हैं। व्हेन यू सी somebody losing and somebody dying, and you're instantly the value of
Right,
it
right.
just changes, man. Like every day is precious for you, and you really value health,
Hmm.
and you really value life, and everything else just becomes a little frivolous.
Did it also affect your creativity?
Not really.
Okay.
नहीं, ऐसा कुछ नहीं है, बल्कि it boosted.
Hmm.
Like in the contrary, like I think वही था कि यार I really initially it was like I want to make my dad proud, and but at the same time of course that also evolved, like as in मेरी क्या interest है, मुझे क्या पसंद आ रहा है, of course I want to make him proud, but that's not the only thing that I can keep thinking about. I cannot keep that pressure in my head. I need to find myself, I need to look within, and and stay honest to मुझे क्या पसंद आ रहा है इन सब चीज़ों में, and kind of continue that journey. Like it was very easy for it could have been very easy if he would have followed the conventional route by singing, you know film songs and like approaching that way, but we never wanted, both the three of us, we never wanted to do that. We always wanted to kind of find our voice, stick to that, and then kind of continue that, and we're still trying to do that.
You're still trying to do that,
Yeah,
yeah, as an art.
yes, and I think that journey will always be there.
Hmm.
And कि मतलब you'll see highs and you'll see lows and different spectrums in your career, in your relationships, in your family, in all spectrums. And I think it's also very necessary for everybody to witness that, because it really humbles you down, man.
Right.
Like at one point you're just seeing the bestest of things, and a year later it's just like down to the dogs, man. Like fuck, I wasn't expecting that to happen. Yeah, that's life. So I think all of us very early on saw that. Like, at one point, like my father was like, don't worry about anything. Like, I'll make you this
Hmm.
guy, मैं तुम्हें फेमस करा दूंगा. Like, जो भी हम तो बच्चे थे यार. Like, we used to think, अरे वाह, my dad will look out for me in this, that. I just need to focus on like my music and my school or whatever. But then suddenly like, oh, अब कोई
हाँ.
छत्र छाया नहीं है, अब क्या करें. तो फिर वही मतलब एज इन खुद से ही सारी चीज़ें सीखी कि कैसे खुद से आप चीज़ें कर सकते हो. सो आई थिंक दैट ऑल्सो in a way enabled us to really be independent, like kind of like even my this is been my mantra in a way, like try to learn most of the things. You don't have to excel in them, know them, learn them, so that आप जिसके साथ भी काम कर रहे हो कोई आपको चूना नहीं लगा रहा है, कोई भी nobody is making a fool out of you. Like you know your shit, like कि हाँ यार अगर ये इस फील्ड में ऐसे कर रहा है, सो यार मुझे पता है what will look good for me, what is good for me, so then you can be the person kind of guiding everybody else. So I think in that way my undergrad was really nice. So I did my undergrad in Jai Hind.
Okay.
I did mass media.
Mass media. Okay.
So it's basically like jack of all, masters of none. Like
Basically a generalist. You were trying
Yeah.
all things.
Yes, like, but I met some great folks in college. Some of them are like my closest friends also now. And कोई writer है, कोई producer है, कोई पता नहीं, सब लोग अलग अलग field में हैं मतलब, and they're really doing well for themselves also now. तो अच्छा था to kind of be in that environment. It really मतलब मुझे याद है like मेरा undergrad actually बहुत ही अच्छा था. Like I actually lived that conventional college life where you're going and you're just like even enjoying lectures, man, but at the same time मस्ती भी कर रहे हो.
Right.
Mostly participating in college festivals, making films, participating in film festivals, and even getting through film festivals, we're meeting directors who are making films. I'm like, wow. And it's not like I'm meeting them via my mother's connect. It's just, it's me.
Right.
I'm like on basically जो मैंने काम करा है. तो हमने यही कोशिश करी है कि हम जितने ज़्यादा अपने बलबूते पर चीज़ें करें और अपनी उस पर ही खड़े रहें. इवन तभी बहुत खुशी भी होती है, लाइक when Rangi Sari happened and it got viral, it feels like it was an independent release. Like mom and I, we were like, you know,
And it came out in COVID, right?
yeah, in COVID,
Yeah.
I was against the idea, but mom was like, let's just release it. This is the best time. And there are so many reasons for that to happen also. Like, of course, it was a very creative video, very low budgeted video, but very, not very low also, but like decent budgeted video. And then,
It looks beautiful also.
yes, like it's a hand painted animated video. So the director, like, he drew all the frames and like then made like an animation out of it. And but again, like around that time we got support from Spotify, and people really, like, Instagram reels just started popping and everything. So I think, but it boomed after 1.5 years.
Right.
So I was like, what is even happening? Like,
And it was then picked up by a film as well.
yeah, like, so initially that song was supposed to go in a film, didn't work out. So then we released it as an independent track. And then again, it was supposed to go in a film, that didn't work out. Then again, in a film, that didn't work out. And then finally, Juk Juk Jio Mein, it got, remastered. And so yeah, I'm very, very proud about that fact that, हमारे गानों के बलबूते पे ही सब चीज़ें हो रही हैं. And of course, उसके बाद I have been doing film songs and like some OTT songs as well, and did like a music supervision project also for Gulmohar, which won the national award.
The one with Manoj Bajpayee.
Yes.
You're right.
Yes. So that also was like a really lovely experience working with the director Rahul, and I basically met him when he was the music supervisor for the series called A Suitable Boy that came out in Netflix.
Right. It's based on a book, right? Vikram
Yes,
Seth's book.
Vikram Seth's book, yeah. So my mother was basically composing all the ghazals for the show, and I was just a mere spectator. Like, I didn't do. I just wanted to see how the recordings were happening, and I very briefly met Rahul. But then I remember when all the recordings came, I just requested, hey, can I give it a shot to mix these songs? Let me just do this for you guys. And I mixed all the songs, all the ghazals for them. And and I think I was like, ठीक है, because I love those ghazals, यार. मतलब बहुत ही बेहतरीन ghazलें हैं.
And they took them?
Yeah.
They were finalized?
Yeah, they were like, okay, yeah, this is great. We'll use it in our official audio. So that's where, like, when Rahul and we started talking, and then he asked me if I would be willing to supervise for his upcoming film.
Oh.
I was like, sure, I would love to. And then when I got to know Sid Khosla was doing the music, who's done music for This Is Us and Only Murders in the Building, I was like, sure, like, why not? Even like Gold Spot is such an iconic band. So that stint was like really, really nice, working as a supervisor as well, where you're not the one basically composing or producing. Well, I did end up producing.
But you're mostly overlooking
Everything, but also very creatively suggesting, things that can really work for the film. You always have to kind of not think about yourself as an artist. You have to think about what's best for the film. And even I think when you're working for any film project, that's how anybody should be looking at. Like, it's not about how skilled you are, and of course there are certain films which are probably more entertainers, and they also get composers because they want that particular sound and of that composer, and they also are like, okay, yeah, this is our sound and everything else. But when, especially in India, like when you're weaving songs in a way which are very integral to your story. I think it's very important that you do justice to that, and rather than just deviating because okay, you are a composer and you've been making a kind of music.
Okay.
So
But like, let's say working on a film project,
Yeah.
be it composition or something else,
yeah,
does it feel creatively constraining because it's not your idea and आपको कितनी freedom होती है to follow your creativity, your ideas, and experiment? Like, is it constraining that
it's
way?
a very collaborative process, and you should always look from that perspective. जब भी आप किसी भी डायरेक्टर के साथ काम कर रहे हो, क्योंकि यार आपके म्यूज़िक बनाने से पहले उनके पास ऑलरेडी एक विजन है अपनी पिक्चर के लिए. मैं एक पिक्चर बना रहा हूँ, मैं अपनी कहानी ऐसे ऐसे दिखाना चाहता हूँ, और मैं चाहता हूँ कि ऐसा म्यूज़िक हो जो इसको एलिवेट कर दे. A lot of times what happens is they have reference tracks, you know, जो of course सबके पास references ही होते हैं. अपनी पिक्चर बनाने के लिए भी references होते हैं कि कैसा दिखना चाहिए, एक लुक बुक होती है, रेफरेंसिंग होती है, बहुत सारी चीज़ें होती हैं. The idea is not to replicate that, of course, वरना फिर तो आप
Right.
basically you're aping the sound, aping everything, which people have done that also, and हम सबको पता है किन किन लोगों ने करा है.
वैसे मुझे नहीं पता किन किन
I would say go back to the 1960s or 70s.
Yeah.
People have been doing it since then.
Right.
Like it's insane. So anyway, so it's very important to work with the director from a very collaborative perspective. You understand the brief, then you bring in your flair to it, like your sound, and probably अगर आपके पास आए तो आप एक वजह है कि आपके पास आए क्योंकि आपकी एक साउंड है जो आप बनाना चाह रहे हो. एंड प्रॉब्ली सो कहीं ना कहीं एक मिडिल ग्राउंड पे आना पड़ता है आपको कि उनके पास भी कुछ आइडियाज़ होते हैं कि ऐसा ट्राई कर सकते हैं, वैसा ट्राई कर सकते हैं. एंड देन ऑफ कोर्स इफ इट वर्क्स आउट इट्स ग्रेट. लाइक यू नो sometimes it also doesn't work out. The people are there are so many factors of things also not working out. You know, if the director likes it, the producer doesn't like it, they want to market the film in a way, so they want a promotional song, so they get somebody else or whatever. So many factors, but I think a composer should always look from like a collaborative experience. And actually अच्छा ही होता है when the director is sitting with the composer and kind of figuring out how, like when to give them space and when to kind of come in and what can they, you know, also suggest in terms of composition, lyric or whatever. पहले ये सब बहुत होता था, like एक sitting हुआ करती थी and like composers बैठ के, lyricist भी होते थे, composers भी होते थे, सब मिल के actors भी हुआ करते थे.
Actors while
Yes.
deciding the songs.
Yes. They used to be in the room and they used to vibe. It wasn't so compartmentalized. It was a very wholesome experience. क्योंकि यार, you look at India's film history, it's always, almost every film is a musical.
Right.
अब तक.
Right.
Abhi, since the last, I would say 6-7 years, these things are changing. Like, now songs are considered more as promotional material for the film.
Yeah, it's a good point that you're bringing up because मुझे पूछना था आपसे. It just feels that more and more songs that are being produced,
Yeah.
they seem very saturated. They seem similar. Like
Yeah.
it just feels that you're listening to the same thing again and again. So how do you
There
look
are
at
many
it?
reasons for that. Like I think एक reason ये है कि अभी पहले ना मीडियम्स बहुत कम थे गाने रिलीज़ करने के. पहले या तो कैसेट्स हुआ करती थी, फिर बाद में सीडीज आई. ऐसे तो सिंगर्स तभी भी बहुत थे, एंड एवरीबडी वाज काइंड ऑफ परस्यूइंग म्यूजिक इन सम वे और द अदर, बट इट वाजंट सो एक्सेसिबल टू काइंड ऑफ रिकॉर्ड, प्रोड्यूस. It used to be like a very foreign concept and also very expensive to make a project, to make an album. And kind of then sell it to people for whatever money. Although that money was way more profitable than now. But what has happened because of, you know, the coming of streaming platforms, it's very easy for anybody to release music. And that has also enabled artists to kind of do that and not be dependent on labels. Like, I don't need you. I can also put in my money and release the music, and it can also reach out to people. And over time, what's happening with the improvement of technology, uh, to make music, it's becoming very easy, like as in with so much of samples and softwares, and like so much of everything is so accessible also, and also with the coming of AI tools, like even AI in music, it's game changer, yaar. Matlab, within, you just put up a prompt and you have a track
Right.
in a second. It's nuts. It's so easy. So what's happening now is it's very difficult for anybody as an audience to kind of differentiate कि भाई artist की sound क्या है, क्योंकि it's very simple to ape anybody.
Right.
And what's happening in, especially in indie music, is that the current lot, I would say, from probably the 18 to 25, 26, they are mostly listening to music which is probably from 2000 onwards, or some songs which were really good in the 90s or 80s, some like the greatest hits I'm talking about. So उनका reference वही है
Okay.
in terms of sonic, from music production point of view as well, a little bit of that actually, but more towards lyrics. The kind of जो लिरिक राइटिंग है
हाँ.
आजकल के इंडिपेंडेंट आर्टिस्ट जितनी भी जो रिलीज कर रहे हैं, उनका रेफरेंसिंग अर्ली 2000s, 2006, 2005 onwards का ही है.
Okay.
And most of them, I won't say most of them, like at least the music that I keep listening to on and off, I'm finding it very hard to feel relatable. Like, because I basically see a replication of what Bollywood films have already done. They've set a standard. So it feels like independent music is trying to catch up to, hey, we can also make as good as
Oh.
music like you guys, similar sounding words to make it relatable to audiences. What happens in that, आपको लगता है आप उस ट्रेंड में आ जाओगे और आप लोग आपको सुन लेंगे, but it's very difficult to break out from that.
Right.
And from a very longevity point of view, you are not really building your own sound. You're building your own artistry in a way. I feel like
Because now
the
that
more
you've
you're listening to music, ऐसा लगता है मतलब nobody is interested also to make music.
हाँ.
Like ऐसा लगता है it's just a product that you have to make, release it, अब उसकी जो डेस्टिनी होगी वो होगी. किसी गाने की मतलब डेस्टिनी आप नहीं डिसाइड कर सकते, चाहे आपने कितना भी अच्छा गाना बनाया. एंड आर्टिस्ट इंक्लूडिंग मी इन द पास्ट, लाइक आई फेल्ट डिसहार्टेंड, लाइक यार मैंने इतनी मेहनत करी है पर ये गाना तो वहीं पहुंचा ही नहीं है जहाँ पे मैं सोच रहा था. बट दैट इज़ नॉट आपको उसको ऐसे नहीं देखना है कि यार देन यू आर जस्ट मेकिंग एनीथिंग दैट इज हैपनिंग राइट नाउ ट्रेंडिंग. स्टिक टू योर साउंड. समडे दिस इज गोना, कुछ ना कुछ आपके 10 गानों में एक या दो गाने फटेंगे. देन फिर लोग आपके पुराने कैटलॉग पे जाएंगे, ओ यार ये हमने तो डिस्कवर ही नहीं करा था, ओ वाओ दिस गाय हैज बीन मेकिंग बैंगर्स
Oh,
सिंस,
hidden gem.
yeah, I mean whatever language, old gem or whatever you want to.
I want to gatekeep it.
Yes, हाँ, we've been gatekeeping this artist, so underrated, ये वो. So ये सब चीज़ें बहुत होती हैं, तो it's very, मुझे ऐसा लगता है it's very important to just stick to kind of your gut and stick to your sound, man. Like, and by sticking to your sound, that also means that keep evolving
Right.
as an artist also.
Right. How do you do that?
So yeah, matlab, you have to try it. You have to give it a shot. And like, I was doing electronic music for like good 7-8 years. I'm still doing it. I love it. I love blending electronic music with Indian classical, semi-classical music, using different forms of poetry, be it Sufi, be it ghazals, be it nazms, or any other form, like which is probably something जिसमें expression अच्छा हो गया. मतलब एक ही अगर इमोशन लव है या पेन है या कोई भी है, देयर इज अ न्यू वे टू से इट. एंड रादर देन तू मेरे कोल आ जा या वो कर ले, तू मेरा ये है, तू मेरा वो है. It's just done to death, man. Like, it's boring, to be very honest. When there is no new thought in any song, it may work for a very small period of time, but that's it. Like, people और लोगों के पास अब इतने अलग तरीके हो गए हैं to promote a song and whatever, and there are so many different reasons why people also like a song. So it also becomes very subjective कि मतलब audiences भी क्या पसंद कर रही हैं. बट आर्टिस्ट के लिए बहुत ज़रूरी है कि अपने ऊपर भरोसा रखें एंड ऑफ कोर्स बी अवेयर कि आप ये जान लो कि आप भी क्या कर रहे हो. कि अगर आपको पता है आप क्लाउड चेस कर रहे हो, अगर आपको पता है आप भी ट्रेंड में घुस रहे हो, तो एक्सेप्ट करो.
You have to choose your game and then prepare yourself for the game that you've
Yes,
chosen.
in a way, yes, but be honest to yourself. Like if you're doing that, accept it. कि आप कर रहे हो, ये ट्रेंड में कर रहे हो या जो भी है, एंड दैट इज़ व्हाट यू वांट टू डू इट. बट वही है, लंबे खिलाड़ी तभी रहते हैं जब वो अपनी चीज़ों पे रहते हैं.
Be it anything, right?
Be it anything, यार. मतलब when I see my mother, she's been singing ghazal since more than 2 decades. And गज़लों से शुरू करा, फिर सूफ़ी म्यूज़िक में she pursued her career. Of course she did her, she sang some of the greatest hits now, like, but she is a ghazal and a Sufi singer. अभी भी उनकी वो उनको लोग वैसे ही पहचानते हैं. Of course, Iktara, Tum Hi Ho Bandhu, now Rangi Sari, they're like some of her landmark hits. But bottom line is she is a Sufi and a ghazal singer, and that's how, when people call her for shows, that's what they want to hear. So you need to build that over a period of time. It cannot be just आपने 3 साल मेहनत कर ली, फिर नहीं हो रहा है तो रहने दो, मैं नहीं करता हूँ म्यूजिक में कुछ भी. If you are like passionate about music, like it's लंबी रेस है.
So you talked about lyrics basically going bland these days.
Yeah.
So when you're working
Very
on your
boring.
yeah, when you're working on your projects,
Yeah.
Where do you begin with? What's your priority? Is it the composition or is it the lyrics and the poetry, or both are equal for you?
So it depends. Like if I'm making something for myself, so I used to do this a lot. So क्योंकि मेरा environment वैसा ही रहा है, गज़लों का, सूफ़ी म्यूज़िक सुनने का, मुझे तो बहुत मज़ा आता था ये सब सुनने में. सो आई यूज्ड टू पिक अप एनी बुक जो घर में ही हुआ करती थी, एंड आई यूज्ड टू सी, अरे मुझे अच्छा लग रहा है. या तो मैं कई बार ऑनलाइन ही चेक कर लेता था कि इस शायर की कौन सी पोइट्री है, एंड आई यूज्ड टू जस्ट कंपोज ऑन इट, एंड दैट थॉट वाज आल्सो लाइक वेरी वेरी गुड. एंड बट माई like if I'm working on a brief, so मेरी आदत ये है कि I compose first and then I give it to probably a writer. मेरा एक्चुअली अच्छा दोस्त है, वो लिखता है मोस्टली सारे मेरे गाने, तो वो लिख लेता है, एंड देन वी गो बैक एंड फोर्थ. लाइक यार वो मुझसे पूछता है, यार तू अपनी कॉम्पोजिशन बदल सकता है क्योंकि मेरा ये थॉट बहुत अच्छा है. सो देन आई सी व्हाट कैन आई डू टू चेंज माई मेलोडी टू मेक द लिरिक वर्क. So that's how I work for films and like all the other projects. But sometimes you have like a very wonderful, lyric in front of you, just want to compose. My mom works the other way around. Like she doesn't compose without poetry. She needs to see what's the content. Then she chooses and then she just, फिर उनकी compositions यूँ बनती हैं. Like 5 minute में.
Do you write your own poetry as well?
I don't. I have tried. I have written, but I feel like I should leave it to the experts. Like मुझे कुछ भी basic सा नहीं लिखना है, but मुझे मज़ा आता है to explore different thoughts. Like we've just I'm working on a song with 2 artists. It's an unreleased thought, but like वही था कि कैसे we can write about, sing, make a song about basically how we're trying to find a ground, यू नो सो वी मेक अप द स्टोरी लाइक पूरा हम एक तरीके से फिल्म ही बना देते हैं कि ये सिचुएशन है, ये कैरेक्टर क्या गा रहा है
ठीक है.
चीज़ों के बारे में. कि जैसे अगर वो अपने मिड 30s में है तो मिड 30s में यार ही इज़ गॉन थ्रू प्रॉब्ली अ बंच ऑफ रिलेशनशिप्स एंड उसकी ये साइकोलॉजिकल स्टेट है एंड नाउ इज़ लुकिंग फॉर सम ग्राउंड with somebody right now. But of course, we want to also make it a little metaphorical.
Right.
What do we write about? So it's nice to kind of build these stories so that it's fun to write about. Then you're also writing in a way which is starting from A and probably heading to B. My first single was about like वो भी ऐसे ही करा था. Like when I was composing, I had this visual in my mind that there is a woman in a small town or maybe a village. She's waiting for her husband to come, and in that period she's probably imagining and everything. She's singing this song, but it's मैंने ही गाया था उसको, but she's basically doing all the little things. दूध उबाल रही है, बेड की शीट ठीक कर रही है, जो भी है, पर पूरा गाना इंतज़ार पर ही है और बहुत ही मेटाफोरिकल लिखा था ये गाना. तो ये सब चीज़ों में मज़ा आता है कि आप कैसे अपना एक नैरेटिव बिल्ड कर सकते हो. अदरवाइज जस्ट जेनेरिक मैं तुमसे प्यार करता हूँ, तू मेरे इधर आ जा, तू उधर आ जा, मैं तेरे लिए ये कर दूंगा, हो गया यार. वी जस्ट हर्ड सो मेनी वर्जन्स ऑफ दिस. लाइक जस्ट राइट समथिंग नाइस लाइक ऑन. या तो आप एक ही चीज़ को अलग ऐसे बुन के लिखो कि मतलब अरे वाह ये थॉट. जैसे गुलजार साहब ने अपना अलग ही जैसे वो लिखावट बनाई. इट्स वेरी मेटाफोरिकल. कैसे हर बीड़ी जलाए ले कितना अच्छा लिखा है यार गाना. तो वो भी एक अच्छा स्पेस मुझे लगता है. लाइक आई रियली लाइक what my brother also writes. Like he believes in like a very different thing. He wants to write what he has experienced.
Okay.
And then he's very creative about that also. He's like there's this one song that I really like is called शहर बरसात और मैं.
अच्छा.
कि कैसे बरसात के वक्त वो अकेलापन महसूस करते हैं एंड एक तरीके से सभी अकेले ही हैं शहर में एंड एक पुकार भी है सारे लोगों के लिए कि तुम आ जाओ.
Damn.
Yeah,
Sounds so nice. हाँ.
It's a beautiful song and I think उनका एक गाना जो बहुत वायरल भी हो गया था वो है हिंदी बोले. न जाने कब से अंग्रेजी भूत सवार है, हिंदी बोले तो बोले गवार है. So it's like a take on people who put you down when you're talking in Hindi. कि मतलब यार हमने हिंदी में सवाल पूछ लिया तो क्या हो गया, मैं थोड़ी ना, इसका मतलब ये थोड़ी ना कि मैं अनपढ़ हूँ.
Right.
तो ये अच्छे थॉट्स हैं यार. मतलब तो इट्स नाइस टू एक्सप्लोर ऑन बिकॉज देन कहीं ना आपने ये चीज़ें फील करी होती हैं बट कोई जब गा के या लिख के बता देता है ना कि यार फक यार ये तो मैं, कई बार ऐसा लगता है कि यार मैंने ये एक्सपीरियंस भी नहीं किया बट आई डोंट नो आई एम फीलिंग दिस.
हाँ. Right.
लाइक मतलब आई नो मे बी आई वांट टू एक्सपीरियंस इट. That is something
Or
that
maybe you have experienced it, but you're not aware. It's only after you come
most
across.
of the times it's that.
हाँ.
But sometimes ऐसा भी होता है you listen to something and you haven't experienced it but you want to because it's described in such a beautiful way.
Right. It's like seeing a film which is so nice and you want to be a part of
it.
You want to be a character in that
Yes,
story.
yes. So I think that's why such films or such songs also stay with you longer. And like, oh, that really moved something inside me.
So what does it take to write such a song? मतलब how do you work on yourself to produce art that stays?
Yeah, you have to be true. I think the bottom line is stay true to yourself.
How do you stay true to yourself?
Yeah, when you, it's a lot of work, man. Like as in, it's practice basically. Every day you are doing something with music. And जितना ज़्यादा आप करते हो, खोजते हो, तो आपको पता लगता है कि ओके दिस इज़ माई इंटरेस्ट. अब मैं इस इंटरेस्ट में अपना साउंड कैसे बनाऊँ. Like what am I offering to people which is different from others. And see, nothing is original in a way. It's all inspired from, you know, it's like a step up. ऊपर ही जाते रहते हो. You listen to this, you get inspired. What can I add or remove something, and you take it up. That's what you should be doing. कि आप अलग अलग चीज़ों का it's basically अगर आपको कैसे मैं एक ही brief दूँ, there is a brief, okay? I work on it, you work on it. Everybody has a different brain to also kind of, you know,
हाँ.
think about it. Kai log, that's why it's fun to collaborate with musicians because it's the same thing, but they'll probably play something that, oh, fuck, I didn't think of it.
हाँ.
Like, it's so cool. So it's, you have to keep doing these things, like collaborate with people that you think are very cool, innovative, and they probably understand what, you know, which direction या जो आपका vision है जिस तरफ आपको जाना है. तो
And how important is consumption? Because consumption in terms of educating yourself.
बहुत ज़रूरी है यार. Like I think आजकल के ज़माने में ना in at least ये Instagram की जो generation है हमारी, we're all culprits, we're all part of it. We're fed so much of, we're so stimulated all the time.
All the time. All the time.
मतलब ओवर स्टिमुलेशन है. तो मेरे लिए अब ऐसा हो गया कि मैं गाने नहीं सुन पाता हूँ. लाइक एज इन मुझे पसंद है कि मैं कुछ बहुत ही मेडिटेटिव सुनूँ,
हाँ.
समथिंग दैट रियली ब्रिंग्स माई एनर्जी टू अ प्लेस वेयर आई फील sane, I feel functional to do something that I love. I don't want to lose that spirit of enjoying music
Right.
and the enjoyment of creating music, because there's so much noise everywhere, like, you know, from all aspects, like be it आपके जो बिजनेस साइड हो गया म्यूज़िक का, या लोग जो हर चीज़ इंस्टाग्राम पे बातें कर रहे हैं, जो भी है. इट्स वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट टू काइंड ऑफ टेक दैट टाइम ऑफ एंड see what's appealing to you. If you don't, like, I listen to music that probably 10 years before was really influencing me, and I keep listening to that. मुझे थोड़ा मुश्किल हो रहा है करंट आर्टिस्ट सुनने के लिए, लाइक क्योंकि अभी लाइक द शिफ्ट दैट आई हैव सीन सिंस कोविड 21 is that I think there was a very good wave from 2020 to 22, 23. ये रहा था कि बहुत से इंडी आर्टिस्ट आ रहे थे और बहुत सी नई साउंड्स आ रही थी, एंड इट वाज वेरी एक्साइटिंग टू लिसन टू अ लॉट ऑफ आर्टिस्ट्स. लाइक वन ऑफ माय फेवरेट आर्टिस्ट इन द करंट लॉट इज सिद्धार्थ पंडित.
Okay.
Like he knows it. But I mean, और जितना भी मैं जानता हूँ जो म्यूजिकल सर्कल भी है वो भी उस लाइक ये उसको बहुत पसंद करते हैं, and he's done really good music. And I think there were so many other artists also which were kind of they were all popping up, and they've been kind of lying low, but suddenly with the boom of Spotify, because Spotify has also been a platform जो बहुत ही vocally artists को support कर रहा है, and not just Bollywood music composers but also independent artists.
Right.
Like giving them playlist cover features. Like it's a great thing, man, and especially in the age of, you know, Instagram and social media, anybody can be famous. Anybody can reach a point where they can be influential. You don't really have to be dependent on films
Right.
to be famous. So I think we digressed, or I don't know.
What did I ask you about?
I
Yeah, we were talking about consumption.
Consumption,
so I
yes.
don't, मतलब ज़रूरी नहीं है कि आप नया ही सुनो. By
हाँ.
consumption I meant कि it can be something old, it can be something foreign.
Yeah.
But consumption in terms of educating yourself, in terms of widening your own data set, so that
Yeah.
you have more references while you're making your own art.
Yeah,
So how important is that?
I often like just go to a playlist, like a music that I haven't heard, like different parts of the world, something, or just, I love listening to scores. Like I was driving back and I wanted to, very accidentally I played Dhobi Ghat's OST, which came in 2011 or 2012, I don't know.
Pretty old film, yeah.
Yeah, So, and I've been a big fan of Gustavo Santaolalla. And so then I just started playing his music. I was like, damn, bhai yaar, kitna, kitna cool music hai. Like, it's so inspiring. There's this very underrated band called Sheer Water.
Okay.
Uh, Most of their albums have been based on birds, like all their names. Even Shearwater is a bird.
Sheer water.
Shearwater, yes. So, तो उनके गाने, but the music is very a bit of post rock, a bit of थोड़ा एक्सपेरिमेंटल भी है इलेक्ट्रॉनिक साउंड्स को लेकर, बट बहुत इंस्पायरिंग है.
Okay.
और बहुत कम लोगों ने सुना है उनको, विच इज़ वेरी सरप्राइजिंग. I'm like, भाई ये लोग क्या मचा रहे हैं कितने सालों से. तो मुझे अच्छा लगता है कि थोड़ा अनडिस्क्लोज्ड म्यूजिक सुनो. एंड कई बार इट्स नाइस टू जस्ट प्ले समथिंग एंड जस्ट लीव इट एंड नॉट सर्च फॉर सॉन्ग्स कि मुझे ये सुनना है वो सुनना है. लाइक समटाइम्स लाइक बहुत अच्छे गाने निकल के आते हैं, right from be it R&B, be it hip hop, or any genre actually. Sometimes it's just like some really cool stuff happens.
So when you're constantly making music, you're working on film projects, you're working on your own projects.
Yeah,
So do you hit a creative plateau?
yeah, I think everybody does.
So how do you get over it? What is your process?
Take a break or listen to more music. I think listening always helps. Like then you see the same thing from a different lens. क्योंकि आप कई बार कुछ कंपोज कर रहे हो, आपको लगता है यार मुझे अभी नहीं समझ में आ रहा. Just take a break, come back, try doing it, listen to something, and yeah, it helps. That helps.
Do you have some creative processes or routines that you follow daily that help you?
Like to come over from these blocks or
No, in general, to hone your art.
just try making something almost every second day. Like I know it's not possible also. I don't know. मैं जानता हूँ कि पिछले 2 हफ्ते से मैंने सिर्फ 1-2 गानों पे ही काम करा है. कई बार होता है बहुत चीज़ें होती है, जैसे अभी जैसे व्हेन देयर इज़ अ प्रोजेक्ट जो अब अभी रिलीज़ होने वाला है, तो आपकी एनर्जीज वहाँ पे थोड़ी डिवोटेड रहती हैं कि आपको ये प्रमोट करना है, वो वैसे करना है. बट यूजुअली व्हाट आई डू इज़ लाइक आई जस्ट मेक अ सॉन्ग. I'm not expecting anybody to reach out. I'm not even expecting to release it. I just want to make it for the love of it. So I think that really helps. Just make something new for yourself that you are probably, you got inspired कुछ सुन के and you want to make something. तो आप कुछ बनाओ, फिर वो वहाँ से क्या चीज़ें कुछ भी बन जाती हैं. You start off with something but जो end में कुछ बन रहा है कुछ और ही बन रहा है. So that whole process is nice. You have to enjoy music, making music, and it's very difficult to do that also, especially when you're living in Mumbai.
Yeah, when you're so results driven, everyone around you
Results
is
also, it's the financial capital of India, man. Like it's so expensive to live here. So you know, more than you think. And all of these things that I'm telling is also coming from a little bit of privilege that I've had, you know, because of my mother. Like उन्होंने मुझे वो स्पेस दिया है, वो सपोर्ट दिया है टू लर्न एंड टू ऑल्सो एजुकेट माई सेल्फ इन अ वे. आई नो देर आर सो मेनी अदर पीपल हु आर नॉट इन दैट स्पेस. एंड मतलब मैं भी उसका हूँ शिकार कि मतलब मैं भी सोचता हूँ यार काफ़ी बार कि यार ओके आई नीड टू फाइंड मोर प्रोजेक्ट्स और व्हाटएवर, लाइक टू वर्क इन अ वे. बट वो सब चीज़ें चलती हैं, बट इट्स वेरी हार्ड टू काइंड ऑफ फाइंड दैट स्पेस कि यू जस्ट डूइंग इट फॉर द लव ऑफ इट. तो वो करना पड़ता है. यू हैव टू कीप पुशिंग योर सेल्फ. यू हैव टू रिमाइंड कि हाँ यार this is why you're doing this, यार. There's no other reason.
What is more fun for you, working on film projects or working on your own?
Both, यार. Like
Okay.
everything is fun. Like as in sometimes what happens is I make something for myself, and a lot of these times supervisors or directors, they ask if you have any song that we can listen to and probably use it in our film. There was this film that came called Sector 36
Okay.
2 years back, and that also won like a bunch of awards. So I had a song in that film called Saya. it was completely differently written before, but they really liked the whole soundscape and the entire song. They were just like, this song is great, can you rewrite it?
Okay.
I was like, okay, let's see. Then we saw the rushes of the film. We're like, okay, let us rewrite it. Then the song was called Dhua first, and then we wrote it to Saya, and about the whole character, कि वो character क्या सोच रहा है, क्या कर रहा है, तो वो सब जानने की बहुत ज़रूरत रहती है when you're doing a film song. It really helps shaping up the
Okay.
entire thing.
And I wanted to talk about your Berkeley experience as well.
Okay.
कब गए थे आप वहाँ पे? After your undergrad?
Not right after my undergrad. Like, I graduated in 2017, and I assisted Abhishek Aroda. He's an amazing advertising music composer, quite a veteran now, and he's considered to be like one of the top music composers. तो मेरा एक brief stint था उनके साथ. I learned a lot from him, and then in 2020 I decided to go to Berkeley, and थोड़ा वैसा हो रहा था कि जाऊं कि नहीं जाऊं, क्योंकि कोविड भी हो गया था एंड बहुत सारी restrictions भी थे, बट लाइक लकीली स्पेन में चीज़ें खुल गई थी by the time I had to go. So then I was like, okay, let's just go there and let's just do it. Of course, उसके पहले I had to apply, and like, then I interview हुआ and got selected and everything.
How was your interview?
Interview is very chill, yeah. मतलब as in, I remember my who of course later became my professor, Alicia. So Alicia was asking me like bunch of questions, and more than music, I was just giving her like life answers.
Like what kind of
Like
answers?
she was like, what is your eventual goal in life? Like, what do you want to do? I told her like, listen, of course I love music, but my goal is to balance, my personal life with music, and like I really want to have a healthy personal life where I meet my friends, have just, it's very difficult because when you're in this field and when you've seen people very close to you get so absorbed with work, it's and by the time you reach a certain age, you're like, Arey, I wish I spent more time with them. So I wish to do that, and I wish to kind of manage things well. And there were some other questions also. It became more philosophical than everything about music. I was like, but I was very proud of what I was. I was very honest with her. And then like later when I got enrolled and she told me, your answers were good. I was like, okay, I'm glad I was honest.
Did you get any cultural shocks in Spain?
A lot. That was
What
my
kind
first
of-
time living alone,
Okay.
because
Achha, because
I never
your
got
college was in Mumbai.
Yeah,
you
and-
you guys don't have hostels over here.
yes.
That's a major experience you
Yes.
missed.
So my flatmate, she was very helpful, like in kind of making me feel settled, and but so both of us were studying at Berkeley, but she was from India only.
Okay.
But like both, she's been living in Bangalore since quite some time, so she was doing a different course. I was doing a different course, but for the first initial days, she was like, okay, Arey Kanish, like this is this place, you can, यहाँ पे ये मिलता है, यहाँ पे वो मिलता है. So मेरे लिए थोड़ा मुश्किल हो रहा था because I had never managed everything.
Doing your laundry, washing your
Yes,
plates and all.
exactly. Like apart from like doing music, and समझ में आता है कि if the course is chill, this course wasn't chill.
Okay.
Like it was very intensive. Plus, you were offered to do like 5 subjects or 6 subjects, but I took 7. I was like, let me do this, let me try it. तो मैंने करा फिर मैं पहले 8 सोच रहा था, फिर मैंने एक ड्रॉप कर दिया
And
था.
कितना लंबा था?
So this was around 11 months, the whole course.
So like 8 courses in 11 months.
You can do more,
Okay.
but like it's up. So I think 5 or 6 were mandatory. उसके ऊपर electives होते हैं अगर आपको लेने हैं कि नहीं लेने हैं. So I think I did take extra, फिर मैंने एक drop कर दिया था. I was like, इतना नहीं हो
Too
पाएगा.
much है.
Let me learn these other things also, which was so new to me. Like I'd never done coding लाइक और मैं कोडिंग सीख रहा हूँ वहाँ पे.
कोडिंग कैसे म्यूजिक
लाइक जैसे जावा और वो सब चीज़ें
हाँ, हाँ.
उसके लिए होती हैं. तो देर इज़ दिस सॉफ्टवेयर कॉल्ड मैक्स MSP.
ओके.
तो मैक्स MSP इज मेजरली फॉर मतलब इट्स like an open source software, and you can make
You can contribute to the
yes
software. Yeah, yeah.
yes you can do that. So it was both for audio.
You learned
and
GitHub and all that?
हाँ हाँ GitHub पे जाते थे क्योंकि वहाँ पे फ्री पैचेस मिलते थे अपने को. बट लाइक but I met such an amazing community of like students. तो हुआ क्या था कि जब मैं पहुँचा था तो मुझसे हमारे से पहला जो बैच था 2019 to 20, उनमें से काफ़ी सारे लोग रुक गए थे
Okay.
वेलेंसिया, बिकॉज दे वर लाइक भाई कोविड चल रहा है, हमें पता नहीं हमारा फ्यूचर क्या है, और हम तो मज़े हम कर रहे हैं यहाँ पर. और दे वर ऑल्सो गेटिंग कैंपस फैसिलिटीज़. लाइक यूजुअली व्हेन यू ग्रेजुएट यू डोंट गेट टू
right?
विजिट कैंपस, बट उनको वो भी था दैट यू कैन यूज स्टूडियो,
Wow.
देन यू कैन यूज वट एवर यू वॉन्ट टू. दे वर लाइक हाँ भाई, तो अब घर जाके भी क्या करें क्योंकि इतना कुछ अनसर्टेन है हर जगह. आई थिंक सो देयर वाज अ बिग इंडियन स्टूडेंट्स. कुछ हम 7-8 लोग थे और मैं उनके साथ बहुत चिल करता था.
They were your seniors, basically.
या
Okay.
लाइक बैच वाइज, बट
हाँ, हाँ.
एज वाइज तो सब देवर ऑल ओवर द प्लेस. लाइक कोई मुझसे छोटा था, कोई मुझसे कुछ 4-5 साल बड़े लोग हैं, किसी की शादी हो गई है, पता नहीं. सो पूरा स्पेक्ट्रम था एज ग्रुप में, बट लाइक वेरी फन पीपल.
Okay.
But again, even in my batch, like I was meeting such talented people. I think that's the whole thing about, you know, visiting any campus or a college like Berkeley, is that you get to meet like amazing musicians. मज़ा तो आया था यार, मतलब as in it was very intensive. मतलब ऐसा था कि एक कुछ ख़त्म हो रहा है and we had weekly assignments.
अच्छा.
हाँ कि जैसे आज क्लास हुई,
All graded assignments.
या ऑल ग्रेडेड. तो फिर वही था कि ये है, फिर आपका एक फाइनल एग्जाम भी होता था आउट ऑफ दीज. एंड इमेजिन यू हैव 6 सब्जेक्ट्स, यू हैव 6 वीकली असाइनमेंट्स, एंड देन आफ्टर 3 months you have your exam also. Some of them were kind of theory related, most of them were practical, कि आपका कैसा यूजेज रहता है चीज़ों का. सो इट वाज अ लॉट, एंड ऑन टॉप ऑफ दैट आई वाज आल्सो डूइंग प्रोजेक्ट्स फ्रॉम इंडिया.
Oh, you were working parallel.
Yeah, I was
Okay.
also working. I was scoring for, like, I did a film for Architectural Digest. Like, I was scoring for one of their films. तो और कुछ एड्स चल रहे थे, वो कर रहा था. तो लाइक अरे बट वही था, मैं उसी इंटेंशन से गया था कि भाई मैं जा रहा हूँ, आई डोंट केयर, आई हैव टू मेक द मोस्ट आउट ऑफ इट, बिकॉज इट वॉज वेरी एक्सपेंसिव. एंड ऑल्सो इट वॉज अराउंड कोविड, सो द अनसर्टनिटी अबाउट मनी एंड सो मेनी अदर थिंग्स बहुत ज़्यादा था.
हाँ.
सो आई वाज लाइक भाई मुझे यहाँ पे ये नहीं देखना है कि मैं स्पेन में कब घूमने जाऊँ. ऑफकोर्स आई वॉन्टेड टू गो अराउंड, बट कोविड रिस्ट्रिक्शंस भी थे और मेरा मन भी नहीं था. आई वाज लाइक आई वुड रादर be here. Of course, I did go around to a few close by places, but I know a lot of like my batchmates went to France and like कहाँ चले
हाँ.
गए
Where
थे.
did you go?
I didn't go anywhere, dude. Like I was just
कहीं भी
in-
नहीं.
Like apart from Valencia, I did go to Barcelona and like other places, but like they're also like 2 hours away, and it's also almost like very similar cities. Not so similar also, but like, but the point is, I just wanted to be in Valencia and kind of go to my campus every day
Okay.
and make music, क्योंकि restrictions भी बहुत थे कैंपस के भी. एक तो टाइमिंग्स कम कर दी थी कोविड की वजह से, कि पहले मुझे ये लोग बताते थे 3-4 बजे तक कैंपस में रहते थे. फिर हमारे यहाँ पहले 11 बजे था, फिर 10 बजे हो गया. वी हैड टू वेकेट,
Okay.
वी हैड टू गो आउट. तो यही था कि यार अगर आए हैं सीखने के लिए, लेट्स मेक द मोस्ट आउट ऑफ द स्टूडियो टाइम, ऑफ द बेस्ट इक्विपमेंट्स जो भी हैं, तो वो सब करने का मन करता था.
And कितना crazy music था. You were talking about people
It was
making crazy
nuts,
music.
man. It was nuts. Like मतलब यार कुछ भी कर रहे थे लोग.
मतलब जैसे-
वहाँ पे यार there was this one guy who was making like a device
He was making a device.
Yeah. So you can basically, so the course that I took was called MPTI. It's Music Production Technology and Innovation. So you can, and before you enter, like start this course, you have to tell your final project.
Okay.
You cannot decide your project when you, of course you can over time, you can, if you think that this is not working out for you and you've realized you want to do something else, you can. But that is how they kind of also select you and kind of guide towards you, and
Sure.
they're always like, okay, from the first semester they're like, what is your final project, how is your final project happening, are you working towards that or not? So you need to have a certain level of proficiency, like agar,
Okay.
so my project was, I'm like, I'm not here to innovate I'm not here to make any device, because my background is not that. I'm not from a engineering background, I'm here from mass media, music किया है, application है, but मैं hardcore engineer नहीं हूँ. तो I just wanted to make an EP, but I wanted to make a visual EP. Like I wanted to direct all my videos, edit, color grade, everything, mix master my own songs, produce them, record everything. I wanted to do everything from start to end. जो आप गाना बनाते हो और जब प्रमोट से पहले जो भी आपका पूरा पैकेज रहता है. So imagine you're doing weekly projects, you have semester exams, and you're working on your final project.
Project, and plus you were working also
Yes.
on Indian projects.
Yes. So this was the case, man. It was a very, very, मतलब burnout हो गया था 3 महीने के बाद. I was like, I maybe don't want to do music.
I've heard that album that you made, Berkeley wala. It's all black and white.
So that, yes. So
It's
it's called Surmai.
Surmai.
Surmai means grey. Also, it means fish in
It's fish.
but it also means the जो सुरमा होता है वो ग्रे कलर का होता है. तो the whole concept of that was to explore the duality of audio and visual. Like
Oh, I thought duality of some philosophical thing. It's
नहीं,
but
नहीं.
audio and visual हो गया.
Audio and visual. Like in terms of like audio में I was blending electronic and Indian classical, and visual में black and white.
Okay.
So these were, I was just taking these two things and kind of so उसमें जो eventually फिर मैंने जो ये release करे थे गाने, उसमें से एक वीडियो फिर मैंने किसी से एनिमेट करवाया था बाद में. बट मेरा प्रोजेक्ट ही ये था, तो मैंने ही विजुअल्स तीनों वीडियो के पहले बनाए थे. जो इवेंचुअली जो रिलीज हुए थे उसमें 2 मेरे ही हैं, अपलोडेड हैं. मैंने ही डायरेक्ट करा था, मैंने ही सब कुछ. आई वाज लाइक, मुझे करना है, मुझे देखना है जैसे भी बनते हैं. सो लाइक सर्टेन आइडियाज वो लाइक सो लाइक उसमें जो एक वीडियो है, आई थिंक इट्स कॉल्ड उल्टे और ज़माने आए, उसका I got inspired by my batchmates. This thing, he was basically just a fun learning projection, live video projection कैसे करते हैं, and he just projected something on like on his friend's face.
Okay.
I was like, this is so cool. Like this idea, like लोग क्यों नहीं सोच रहे हैं इसके बारे में. And I was like, yeah, इसने सोच लिया. Then I was like, when I asked him if I can do something around this, he was like, yeah, sure, good, make something. So I had an idea about this, that I want to make like an audio reactive music video where I project some visuals on someone's face. I shoot like just for example, you're sitting here. अब मैं क्या करूँगा, मैंने तुम्हारा जो चेस्ट तक जो भी लेवल है, मैंने पहले तुम्हारा उसको मैप करा कि सिर्फ इतने पोर्शन पे ही एक प्रोजेक्ट होगा. फिर मैंने तुम्हारी आँखों पे करा, फिर चेहरे पर करा, फिर गले पर करा, कानों पे करा, अलग अलग ऐसे प्रोजेक्ट करे, सबका वीडियो भी रिकॉर्ड करा. अब ये वीडियो लेकर अब मैं आता हूँ मैक्स MSP पर. एंड आई फाउंड दिस पैच ऑनलाइन विच वॉज बेसिकली वो क्या करा था, ऑडियो रिएक्टिव visual generate करा था.
Okay.
So for example, if I clap, what was happening, it was making that video kind of stretch in Z axis.
Okay.
तो होता क्या था कि जैसे if I clap, तो your nose will probably pop out.
Got it.
ऐसे. So then I did this for all the videos that I recorded, and I was generating different kinds of visuals. And then I took all these generated videos and made a video out of it.
Crazy.
It was so intensive, but मज़ा आ गया यार. मतलब as in मुझे मैं अलग हाई पे था यार उधर की. I was like,
हाँ, मुझे
मैं
सुन
ये-
के लग रहा है
मैं
you were
ये
too
भी
into
करा.
it. हाँ.
So there was this, I think in the second semester, Alicia only was our professor, and she was teaching us like another level of electronic music, like different kinds of कि आप कैसे generate करते हो अलग through different softwares. So we had to make अलग अलग, every week we had to make a track. So I made this मैं बना रहा था फॉर मतलब वो प्रोजेक्ट के लिए था जो असाइनमेंट्स जो होते हैं.
हाँ.
And so it was like a lot. We had to make a sample pack. We had to make from the sounds that you have generated. And कभी atonal track बनाना है. Atonals basically मतलब जो वो एक particular scale के spectrum में ना रहे, जो सुनने में थोड़ा dissonant भी लगे. तो एक कभी ऐसा track बनाना था. अलग अलग चीज़ें एक्सप्लोर करते हैं. और फिर मैंने कुछ 3-4 गाने जो उसमें बनाए थे. आई वाज लाइक भाई ऐसा म्यूज़िक मैंने कभी नहीं बनाया है. बट मुझे बहुत, आई वॉज वेरी प्राउड ऑफ इट. एंड जो चारों ट्रैक्स थे दे वर वेरी मच इन नॉइज एम्बियंट इलेक्ट्रॉनिक स्पेस. एंड मेरा इसका इंस्पिरेशन ये लोग थे, ट्रेंट रेजनर एंड एटिकस रॉस.
Tell me more about them.
So these guys have scored for क्या बोलते हैं,
Some films.
all your major films like The Social Network,
Oh, so
Gone Girl, and अभी जो latest फिल्म आई है Tron, Ares,
okay.
and मतलब some very hallmark films उन्होंने score करा है. And they're also known as Nine Inch Nails.
Oh, crazy. Okay.
So I was a big
9-inch
fan.
nails. Okay.
I
हाँ.
was a big fan of their music. I was like, I want to make something like that. So फिर मेरा यही अप्रोच था कि मुझे सारे प्रोजेक्ट्स पे ऐसी ऐसी साउंड्स कुछ बनानी है. एंड देन आई वाज लाइक भाई ये गाने तो अच्छे आई शुड रिलीज देम. दे आर ऑल जस्ट म्यूजिक, लाइक नो लिरिक्स और एनीथिंग. सो देन आई रिलीज एन ईपी a year later, just उन चारों का. एंड that is actually one of my finest works. जो और उसको किसी ने नहीं सुना.
I couldn't find this anywhere. Huh?
It's called Motion Emotion.
Okay.
And it's like बहुत ही cool music है.
ठीक है. Motion Emotion.
वही सुनना बहुत. And उसमें भी मैं जब बना रहा था, I was so whenever I'm making music I'm thinking very visually, like as in okay ये अभी ऐसे शुरू होगा, ये अभी ऐसे खत्म होगा.
मतलब you're also envisioning the video and
Yeah. I wish I can make a video for every song, but it becomes very expensive. But it बहुत ही cool है. तो फिर उसी के अराउंड आई वॉज ऑल्सो शूटिंग वीडियोज़ फॉर माई ये फाइनल प्रोजेक्ट जो था. तो काफ़ी सही था, बहुत मज़ा आया बनाकर. एंड
crazy stuff.
देन तो आई वॉज ऑल्सो वेरी सरप्राइज्ड. सो आई वॉज क्योंकि मुझसे इतने ज़्यादा टैलेंटेड लोग थे ना, लाइक मुझे याद है अलग एक किसी कोर्स से एक बहुत टैलेंटेड पियानिस्ट था और बेसिस्ट भी था उसमें, और मेरे बैच में एक ड्रमर था. दे फॉर्म्ड अ बैंड एंड दे वर जस्ट लाइक डूइंग tours in France and they won some competition. I'm like, what
They were
is he
touring
doing? while they were in college. And our professor, who was our teacher, he offered them that I'll take you to like some other part of Spain and I'll mix master your album.
Crazy.
It was so collaborative. Like your professors were basically like your friends. Like we used to chill with them after lectures. We used to have like couple of beers and बातें कर रहे हैं, और कभी वो लोग हमारे घर पे आ रहे हैं और हमारे साथ डिनर विनर कर रहे हैं. बहुत अच्छा स्पेस था. एंड वेलेंसिया इज़ अ वेरी कूल सिटी टू ऑल्सो kind of where you can do all of this. Like it's basically considered to be one of the best cities for expats. So a lot of Britishers also come there and stay. And the whole city of sciences and arts, that whole area is pretty, like it's huge. and also so many films have shot there. Like your Mandalorian is shot there.
Okay.
So that whole new tech that they developed, basically जो विजुअल, जैसे काफ़ी बार आप क्रोमा पे शूट करते हो या वो ब्लू स्क्रीन होती है, तो इन लोगों ने दे बेसिकली बिल्ट लाइक अ सेमी सर्कल LED काइंड ऑफ थिंग. जॉन फैवरो, आई थिंक जॉन फैवरो ने ही बनाया मैंडलोरियन. तो
Mandalorian is Star Wars वाला.
हाँ, बट आई थिंक द फॉर दैट पर्टिकुलर इज मैंडलोरियन था या कोई तो शो है जिसका पूरा वहीं पे बनाया था. एंड आई वाज लाइक फक. एंड देन वी आल्सो फॉर्म्ड लाइक अ, सो दे यूज्ड टू, ऐसे परफॉर्मेंसेस हुआ करते रहते कि बाय द एंड ऑफ योर सेमेस्टर लाइक यू कैन एनरोल फॉर इट and you can come like do like a half an hour performance. So we did that also, like एक दो लोगों के, we performed like some Sufi electronic music over there. Fuck.
Good stuff.
Yeah, a lot of fun. But I was also I think I topped my batch also.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
But how do you?
very in purely from a test and academic point of view.
Okay.
Like I was also shocked, like मुझसे कितने ज़्यादा talented लोग हैं यार यहाँ पर.
Yeah, but how do you grade music, because it
No,
you can't
so
have one scale.
They
to
were
grade.
not grading based on your submissions. Of course, they were also doing that, but there was also a written test.
Okay.
कि मतलब अलग अलग चीज़ों के मतलब थी. ऑफ कोर्स इलेक्ट्रॉनिक म्यूजिक का कोई वो नहीं था रिटन टेस्ट, ऑडियो इंजीनियरिंग का था. सो आई थिंक इन ऑल दोज बिट्स, I don't know, like
Crazy.
I remember my friend, like Jesus, he used to like we used to hang out. He was looking at me like in disbelief, like how did you get this? He was also very happy, but like मैं भी disbelief में ही था कि यार really like there's so many cool people. But since like after that whole thing, like I was also very certain that I want to come back. I wanted to come back to India and I wanted to make music here for majorly for like Indians. And because I knew my sound is majorly for India, but also I know this, I can take this sound outside also, like to probably where like you know जहाँ पे Indians बाहर रह रहे हैं,
हाँ.
probably the UK, क्योंकि Asian Underground एक बहुत iconic sound था early 2000s में, like all your artists like Nitin Sawhney and Talvin Singh, even your Punjabi MC.
हाँ.
So these guys have kind of like made like blended all your songs with cool electronic music or be it contemporary music. So I thought I could take this, and I still want to, and it's in process. But yeah, I was very happy to come back and then release independent music more.
So did Rangesari happen after you came back from Berkeley?
The remastered version, yes, for the film.
Okay.
I came back in 21, and around that time only, within a couple of months, we met folks from Dharma, and then they were like, we want to.
Now, when you look at that song retrospectively,
Yeah.
what all musical components does the song have that made it such a huge hit? Like it was accepted by masses, ki radio mein bhi hai, that level of.
I think. Are you talking about the original one or like the one that we released independently or?
Yeah, the original one. Let's talk about it because
Okay.
that's where it started.
Yes. So I think, of course, the music, because ये धुन और मतलब एटलीस्ट जो म्यूजिक में है, काफ़ी लोग इंडियन क्लासिकल को सुनते हैं, सब लोगों ने सुनी हुई है. हमसे भी पहले कुछ 10-15 वर्जन्स आ चुके थे.
हाँ, I've heard this Rangesari before.
Yes,
Yeah.
and मतलब we've grown up listening to Shubha Guttu ji, and उनकी वजह से ये गाना popularize हुआ था. And we basically, mom and I, we just did it out of love and out of fun. So we just want to make something. तो उन्होंने गा दिया. I wanted to make it more contemporary.
Okay.
Like how can I make it more palatable and acceptable for like younger audiences like me, like who are kind of enjoying both ends of music, like Indian classical bhi hai or electronic bhi hai. But of course I knew कुछ ना कुछ चीज़ें आपको इसमें करनी पड़ेंगी.
हाँ.
Like the whole vocal chop of Savaria, like Savaria. So when you're listening, it's like left, right, left, right जा रहा है. And even the beat and how it progresses also. So one thing that I really like and I like doing in most of my songs, especially in electronic songs, is my graph goes like this.
Okay.
It doesn't go like this, which usually most pop songs में रहता है. कि you know,
What is this graph you're talking about?
it's basically it starts धीरे धीरे कम elements हैं फिर और elements
अच्छा,
आते
you're
हैं फिर
building
और
up.
elements and it's like a big high by the end of the song. You तो usually pop songs में कैसा रहता है, you have to get the graph right from the beginning. Like आपने हल्का सा किया फिर एकदम से chorus ले आओ, then drop it, get a bridge, then another, get the chorus again, verse या जैसा भी है. So it's, I mean, there is no formula for any song to work, but I was kind of doing this a lot and I used to really enjoy it. So I think this graph worked really well, and I think just the elements, you know, in the song, like there's a lot of you know, melodic instrumentation which is very ethnic sounding. Saaz bhi hai usme, flute bhi hai.
हाँ.
Flute is treated in a style which is more synth, like
It's in a loop.
it's in a loop, but it sounds like a synth. And then it's also, but I've also given like a lot of freeway for the flute to play whatever. And something that I really enjoy doing in this blend or in this fusion is that you give the singer space to sing. Don't bind them कि ये 4 बार है या 8 बार है, आपको इतना ही गाना है. तभी I really like the Rohel Hayat perspective in this. I'm a big admirer of his production and his approach. So he is basically the one who started Coke Studio Pakistan. And if you have heard the initial seasons, like before Strings came in and before even Zulfi came in, it's just that, of course, Zulfi has really taken to another level now and is blending more electronic sounds with making more a bit more pop. But it's really neatly done. But when it started, like by Rohil and till a certain point, एक sound बन गई थी कोक स्टूडियो की. वो थी ढोलक and drums, and with all your contemporary, you know, sounds, your guitars, and like sometimes there would be a sarangi or whatever, flute जैसा भी है. But एक sound बना दी थी. पर उसमें भी if you would have noticed, all the singers जो भी थे, all the musicians were basically following the singer. They were not restricting them कि भाई अब 8 बार के बाद अब ये अलग होगा. वो अगर तान ले रहे हैं या गा रहे हैं, वो अपने हिसाब से गा रहे हैं यार. They're taking their own time and they're singing, and then everybody else is following them.
Got it.
जब वो चेंज करेंगे हम भी चेंज करेंगे.
They are setting the tempo.
Yes, they are kind of navigating. It's almost like what happens in a live show also. मतलब to a certain, आजकल तो काफ़ी सारे rehearsed and वो सब चीज़ें रहती, which is also great for performance. But a lot of the times what happens in a live show, things do get like extended by a bar or two. So that I really like that approach, especially when it comes to Indian classical. And also they were singing Sufi poetry, and क्योंकि वहाँ पे I think जो घराना है पंजाबी म्यूज़िक का, वहाँ पे ज़्यादातर लोग सूफी म्यूज़िक ही गा रहे हैं. तो उसमें भी कितना, they've also done Amir Khusro, they've done Baba Bulle Shah, and so many other poets also. But it's so nice to just, तभी वो लगता है ना, आप चला दो 7-8 मिनट के जो भी गाने और सुनो और आप झूमते रहो उसमें. कोई इतना फॉर्मुलेट नहीं है वो.
Right.
It's like ऐसा लगे कि
Jazz
नहीं.
अच्छा.
Jazz is very like it's
I didn't say stylistically, but the approach.
Yes. You go with the flow.
I'm
Yes.
not stylistic.
It was like, no, but yeah, you go with the flow. And I think India tried to replicate that initially, but it didn't work for many reasons. Although I'm a big admirer of Leslie Lewis as well.
Great, I also like.
Yeah, I love him. Like Colonial Cousins, and उन्होंने कितनी लैंडमार्क एल्बम्स बनाई हैं, कितने आर्टिस्ट्स को बनाया है. एंड आई विश ही हैड द राइट रिसोर्सेज टू मेक इट, but also there were like a lot of restraints also, jitna mujhe yaad hai. But yeah, but later I think when every composer started making 7-8 songs in their own, I think that was a good time to listen to Coke Studio India, like Amit Trivedi and even
Legend.
Clinton and even A.R. Rahman. I think they're uh, pretty landmark songs.
Right, right.
Yeah, so
So, like you've talked about a lot of poets,
yeah.
and poetry has been central to, I think, most of your compositions
Yes.
and most of your songs.
Yeah.
So, when were you exposed to poetry, or uh, how do you consume poetry? How is it important for you? How important is poetry for you?
यार दिस अप्रोच नो एंड आई थिंक ये सेंसिबिलिटी भी ओवर द इयर्स आई है. एंड आई थिंक मैं उसी इन्वायरमेंट में ही रहा हूँ हमेशा, वेर आई हैव हर्ड सच काइंड ऑफ म्यूज़िक. एंड आपको रियलाइज़ भी नहीं होता कि कब आपके अंदर आ गया है ये सब. एंड फॉर मी दैट वाज द स्टैंडर्ड, दैट वाज माय नॉर्मल.
Okay.
एंड यू नो कि मैं यही सब सुन रहा हूँ. You're basically adapting also a certain lifestyle to it, which is very spiritual.
Huh.
You're not very attached to all the religious bits. It's like if you're talking about Sufi music, it's about some power, some energy, or some god which is out there, and you're just showering your love to that. And you can also find that God in a person.
Hmm.
एंड दैट इज़ लाइक वही सूफिज़म में दो इश्क के बारे में बात की जाती है, इश्क मिजाजी, इश्क हकीकी.
Okay.
सो इश्क मिजाजी इज़ बेसिकली लाइक जो इंसानों के बीच में प्यार होता है, विच इज़
हाँ.
वेरी थोड़ा लेन देन वाला है,
हाँ.
मतलबी है,
Transactional.
ट्रांजैक्शनल है. इश्क हकीकी इज़ वेर यू जस्ट लव समबडी एंड यू डोंट एक्सपेक्ट एनीथिंग इन रिटर्न. इट्स जस्ट बेसिकली सरेंडरिंग योर सेल्फ. तो वो सरेंडर वाली जो फीलिंग होती है वो आना
Very difficult.
वेरी डिफिकल्ट. लाइक यू हैव टू बी इन अ प्लेस वेयर यू नो यू जस्ट आपको खोना पड़ता है. एंड टू अचीव दैट व्हाइल यू डूइंग म्यूजिक इज ऑल्सो समथिंग you do reach when you're doing music at points where something just touches you. and आप संगीत में भी कई बार म्यूजिक में आप उस भगवान को देखते हो.
So, have you experienced?
Of course, so many times. Even when I'm performing, like there is this very famous bhajan called Savare Ai Jaiyo.
I've heard that. Yeah, yeah.
So whenever I perform live, there is that one point, like towards the end, like I think मैंने जितनी बार भी perform करा है, I have a tear. Like by the end of it, I get very emotional, and I'm like, or even when we are performing Aaj Rang Hai, Amir Khusro साहब की जो उनका जो कलाम है, so like towards the end and just go in a place like, यार where was I, like I don't know, like कहीं तो जाते हो आप, which really moves you. So it's वही सब देखा है, सुना है, तो I think उसकी सेंसिबिलिटीज़ भी आ जाती हैं कहीं ना कहीं. एंड या आई थिंक दैट्स हाउ.
Do you have some spiritual practices that you?
So since I would say the last year, I have I was since I would say 23 or 24 से मैं I was trying to I was going through certain things, so I did try therapy.
Okay.
And I don't know, for some reason it didn't work out for me. And then I was like, okay, I'll try something else. So I learnt Reiki, which is all about healing. And I've done 2 levels so far, and that is something that I've really started believing in. And the whole idea of Reiki is believing in energy. Like
What kind of energy?
your energy inside you,
Okay.
and within you, and energy everywhere. We're all made of energy, balls of energy. तो आपके जो 7 चक्रा के बारे में बात की जाती है, so you start with that. You kind of try to align those, and with Reiki the objective is to heal you. Like काफ़ी बार हमें कहीं ना कहीं दर्द हो रहा होता है या कुछ भी होता है. So with Reiki, when you learn it, you kind of get the ability to heal people.
So are we all hurt in some way or the other and we are not aware of it?
I mean, it depends, like
Okay.
where you are and how you are placed in life. I'm not saying that you hurt anywhere. There are blockages, like a lot of, जैसे काफ़ी बार ऐसा होता है कि आपका ना गला खराब है और आपको समझ में ही नहीं आ रहा कि क्यों खराब है.
Okay.
मतलब फिर ऐसा होता है, it's because there is something inside you that you're probably not speaking.
Okay.
So with Reiki, you can, like, if you do those certain levels, you can heal people.
What are the changes that you've observed in your own self after?
यार एक acceptance आई है लोगों के प्रति, like as in I'm trying, मतलब और आ गई है. मुझे लोगों ने बताया है, एक्चुअली मेरी थेरेपिस्ट ने बताया है कि अभी when I started therapy again with someone else, that I'm a very empathetic person but with no boundaries. So
What does that mean?
that means basically I have all the ability to empathize with you, but there is no boundary for myself. Like, okay, you're sharing a lot with me and I listen to you, but that can also be very overwhelming for me.
Right.
So I need to build that over time. So, and she's like also with the help of I think with Reiki in general, आप उस space में आ जाते हो कि where you can really be sane and functional and also heal yourself and others.
You can heal others also.
Yes.
Okay.
So my mother's also a Reiki healer, and basically my teacher, she like her journey has been beautiful. Like she's basically, she runs this magazine called White Print.
Okay.
It's the first lifestyle magazine in Braille, and but she became a Reiki master couple of years back, and she also does sound healing. So last year only we released an album together, me, Upasna and mom. We released an album for chakra healing music.
Oh.
Yeah, so I basically listen to that wherever I'm going. So that you were asking about consumption, right? That is what I consume the most.
Oh, I'm gonna listen to this.
Yeah, I just play it and it's almost like 50 minutes.
It's there on your Spotify?
Yeah. It's called Swaranand, and so there are like 7 tracks for like 7 chakras, and they're all, मतलब हर एक श्लोक अलग भगवान से रिलेटेड है.
Oh.
So तभी मतलब और भी चीज़ें पता लगती हैं कि क्यों मंत्र या क्यों कोई चैंट क्यों इफ़ेक्टिव होते हैं. आपको लगता है बहुत रिलीजियस चीज़ है, बट एक्चुअली, और ऑल्सो आप थोड़ी उसमें भी जाओ कि जितने भी मंत्र होते हैं वो क्यों एक ही स्वर पे ही गाते रहते हैं, डा 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 डा.
Because they also have a rhythm and some sound energies associated.
तो होता
with it.
क्या है ना, जब बहुत सारे नोट्स गाते हो, यू आर कॉन्स्टेंटली लिसनिंग एंड यू आर ऑल्सो गोइंग विद दैट. जब आप एक ही नोट गाते रहते हो बार बार, आपका ability to focus बढ़ जाता है.
Okay.
तो you can meditate better, and it really aligns everything in the center. तभी मंत्र बहुत effective होते हैं.
So do you just listen or do you chant them also?
Sometimes I chant, sometimes majorly I'm listening.
How
Like
often do you listen?
almost every alternate day. Like if I'm going somewhere, I play Swaranand. I'm like, मुझे पता है मैं यहाँ से अगर टाउन जा रहा हूँ या बैंड्रा जा रहा हूँ तो मैं ये एल्बम खत्म कर दूंगा. And it just really calms me down, man. Like I was feeling very anxious almost a month back. I don't know why. I was like, यार मेरा गाने सुनने का भी मन नहीं कर रहा था. I was like, let me try this. I played it within 10 minutes. I was feeling much better.
Wow.
Yeah.
मैं सुनूंगा ये वाला एल्बम.
हाँ, मतलब ये सब चीज़ें जो है ना, ये हैबिट फॉर्मिंग के लिए है. मतलब ये इसके लिए नहीं कि आप बैठ के मंत्र करो या जो भी है. यू कंटिन्यू विद योर वर्क in the morning, whatever you want to do. If you want to do yoga, if you want to do anything, if cleaning is anything, I think ये सारी चीज़ें मेडिटेशन की तरह ही होती हैं. लाइक इवन एनी फॉर्म ऑफ प्रैक्टिस, एक चीज़ को आप बार बार करते हो, दैट इज़ ऑल मेडिटेशन ओनली. इट जस्ट रियली कीप्स यू फोकस्ड. तो अच्छी चीज़ होती है ये सब करना. तो अच्छा है. मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि अगर आपको एक कोई ऐसी चीज़ है जो आपकी फंक्शनिंग बढ़ा रही है, that's nice only, no? It's
Yeah.
like a nice catalyst for your life in general.
Definitely. Do you read?
I don't actually.
कुछ भी नहीं?
Nahi. I hardly read books. I like observing things. I really like observing what's around me, and I've got this terrible thing, which is that I imitate a lot.
Okay.
A lot of people, a lot of mannerisms.
हाँ हाँ.
So that's where I catch things, and that's where I kind of, imbibe a lot of these things and try to see if I can inculcate some of them.
Okay. But first of all, thanks for sharing ये album के बारे
Of
में.
course.
I'll be listening to this album, and we should now talk about your latest release. So first of all,
Yes.
congrats on the single,
Thank you.
which
Thank
is a
you.
part of a larger album,
Yeah.
and it has a very beautiful theme.
Yes.
Stages of Love. So
Yeah. So basically, like this EP is Dil Safar is something that we just thought of. Like this was mom's idea, and क्योंकि इसमें जो गाने हैं, जो 4 गाने हैं, ये ऐसे नहीं कि अभी बनाए हैं, पिछले साल बनाए हैं. कुछ कुछ कॉम्पोजिशंस ऐसी हैं कि जो 2 डेकेड्स पुरानी है. एंड बस ये थी, and they were never released, and we just realized, yeah, we can really make like a nice concept out of these 3-4 songs. And हर एक गाने का कॉन्टेक्स्ट भी अलग हो सकता है, पर हमने इस कॉन्टेक्स्ट में इसको रखा है कि एक शुरुआत होती है अट्रैक्शन से, दूसरा है रिबेलियन फॉर लव, थर्ड इज लॉन्गिंग फॉर लव, एंड देयर इज लॉस, पेन, दर्द से ही एंड होता है. Then we thought that this is a really lovely idea, showing stages of love from our perspective. And then this title Dil Safar is also made up. It's not a word.
when you think about it.
आपने हम सफ़र सुना होगा, but दिल सफ़र कहीं नहीं सुना है. पर we just thought कि we'll make up something. So we made up this word, and काफ़ी बहुत ही अच्छा रिस्पॉन्स आ रहा है अब तक तो गाने का. लाइक अ लॉट ऑफ पीपल आर सेंडिंग मी मैसेजेस, एंड अच्छा लग रहा है. लोग सबसे पहले पोइट्री के बारे में कह रहे हैं कि यार किसने लिखा है बताओ, बहुत अच्छा लिखा है, बेहतरीन. तो बहुत अच्छा लगता है व्हेन जो आपका ऑब्जेक्टिव, जिस इंटेंट से आप गाना भी बना रहे थे ऑन द फर्स्ट प्लेस, इज बीइंग रिकग्नाइज्ड फ्रॉम द फर्स्ट गेट गो.
What was the objective?
टू रियली अप्रिशिएट गुड पोइट्री. एंड हमें कोई ये नहीं करना है कि हम गज़ल्स के पेट्रन्स हैं या जो भी हैं. इट्स जस्ट दैट दिस फॉर्मेट इज़ ब्यूटिफुल. लाइक गज़ल का जो फॉर्मेट है, नज़्म का जो फॉर्मेट है, मतलब एंड और ये सब पढ़ी भी थी, सुनी भी थी थ्रू मॉम, एंड वी वर जस्ट लाइक लेट्स जस्ट let me produce it in a way which is probably more palatable for a younger audience. And क्योंकि traditionally या जब आप गज़ल बोलते भी हो in general, तो आप you think of जगजीत जी, पंकज जी, and तलत जी, and so many other stalwarts जो 70s 80s से गाते हुए आ रहे हैं. और उन लोग का भी एक साउंड है.
हाँ.
और वो क्या है? वो है तबला, वायलिन, गिटार, हारमोनियम. और ये एक तरीके से ये साउंड बन गई है ओवर द इयर्स. तो जब आप गज़ल बोलते हो तो आपको लगता है एक महफिल जैसी
वही है. हाँ.
पर वो नहीं है. गज़ल इज अ पोएट्री फॉर्मेट.
It's a poetry format, right?
यस. एंड इट इज़ प्रोबेबली अब आप उसको रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी ले लो या जैसे भी लेना है, यू कैन मेक इट हाउ एवर यू वॉन्ट इट टू बी. आई हैव लाइक couple of years back I released a ghazal which was very like produced in a very electronically और उसमें सिर्फ एक ही दो शेर हैं बस. यूजुअली गज़ल में आपके 3-4 शेर रहते हैं या एटलीस्ट 3 तो रहते ही हैं जब आपको गज़ल फॉर्मेट में रखना है. तो मैंने सिर्फ 2 ही रखे थे और 5 मिनट का गाना है एंड आई वाज लाइक लेट मी एक्सपेरिमेंट विद इट यार, व्हाई कैन नॉट. द थॉट वाज वेरी इम्प्रेसिव. सो that's what I think appealed the most, and these are all beautifully composed by my mother only, and because I've been listening to them since so many years, I thought this is the time to kind of make a point also that here we are to really make good music, good compositions with our heartfelt singing with utmost to uplift what's being said. So one of the songs which is on Longing, which is Kab Thehrega, written by Faiz Ahmed Faiz, that I had produced in Valencia.
Okay.
So when I was done with my project and everything else, I had some free time. I was like, let me just make a song here. So I recorded my mother from Valencia, like via Zoom and like listened to, and I got all the musicians and I had an idea how I wanted to kind of produce it. So this production is basically that old.
That old.
Yeah, of course I did some changes to it, but everything was live. Everything was live, like right from guitars, drums, percussion, tabla. वहाँ पे तबला प्लेयर भी था.
वैलेंसिया में.
हाँ.
Okay.
तो तबला भी वहीं रिकॉर्ड किया. तो I was like यार, I really want to kind of keep this element, keep it ambient. So I'm also in a way experimenting with different musical sounds, not just doing electronic music, because the idea is to give justice to what the content is, what the juice is. वरना मैं कुछ भी कर दूं just to make it trendy, or it doesn't make sense. I want to make sure that this project is there for the longer run.
So you talked about Faiz Ahmed Faiz.
Yeah.
I know nothing about poetry. So I just wanted to ask you what is it about Faiz Ahmed Faiz that that people love him so much, that I think he's considered one of the legends when it comes to poetry.
See, it was also
He's very celebrated, widely celebrated.
बहुत बेबाक थे यार वो, मतलब उनकी जैसे हम देखेंगे है,
हाँ वो सुना.
गुलों में रंग भरे भी हैं. तो मतलब आई थिंक ऐसे बहुत से पोएट्स हैं, बट फैज़ साहब का जो पीरियड भी था, जितना मुझे पता है, ये मेरी लिमिटेड नॉलेज है, बट आई थिंक जितना मुझे पता है कि वो टाइम भी ऐसा था वेयर ही वाज आल्सो इम्प्रिजन्ड in Pakistan, and he was basically writing a lot of these ghazals from prison.
Oh.
So a lot of these ghazals were kind of then composed by different singers, and then they were sung, then they got famous. So they were very bold for the time, and also very, very celebrated by a lot of artists. So it was the thought that really made him, of course the writing, but also first is the thought and that boldness with how any poet can write. So after वही Faiz, around that time it was, for me it was also John Elia. अब तो बहुत बड़े cult हो गए हैं suddenly since the last couple of years, but even his thinking towards love is amazing. Should really read. It's that ये सब चीज़ें मैं पढ़ लेता हूँ गज़लें, पर किताबें नहीं पढ़ पाता.
किताबें, I would like to suggest you a kitab. It's called 40 Rules of Love. And it's about Sufism only. It's about Rumi, how Rumi became Rumi, and how he met Shams.
Yeah.
And the love that they're talking about is not the वो जो आपने बताया था.
हाँ.
It's the universal love.
Yes.
So you will really enjoy this book. You can begin with this.
Nice. I think मैंने सुना है इसके बारे में.
Elif Shafak is the author.
So अच्छा, because I think similar story अमीर खुसरो और निज़ामुद्दीन औलिया की भी है.
हो सकता है.
बिकॉज वो भी अपने मतलब जितने भी कलाम, उन्होंने भी काफ़ी कलाम और गज़लें लिखी हैं, काफ़ी सारी निज़ामुद्दीन औलिया के लिए लिखी हुई हैं. एंड इफ़ यू गो टू दिल्ली ऑल्सो, जो उनकी दरगाह है निज़ामुद्दीन औलिया की, आई थिंक दोनों की मज़ार भी वहीं पे
Okay.
बगल में ही है.
Okay.
तो दोनों को वहीं आफ्टर लाइक निज़ामुद्दीन औलिया, अमीर खुसरो वाज लाइक मुझे भी यहीं बगल में ही दफनाना.
That's the level of devotion, I
Yeah,
think.
that's a level of devotion. It's beautiful, man. I've just attended one Qawwali over there, but I really wish to attend more over there. बहुत ही अलग माहौल है.
Great stuff.
Mm. So yeah, with this whole EP, we really want to kind of propagate good poetry. And my personal favorite from this one is Dard, because
It's the last.
it's the last one. And मतलब जैसे उन्होंने डिस्क्राइब करा है पूरे दर्द को, कि दर्द क्या है, दर्द ये भी है, दर्द वो भी है.
Do you remember the lines?
सिर्फ गाने पे याद आती है यार, ऐसे नहीं याद आती.
It's okay.
दर्द क्या है मैं तुम्हें कैसे बताऊं है दोस्त, दर्द एक शिद्दत एहसास है. भूल रहा हूँ.
कोई बात
बट बहुत ही प्यारा लिखा है जगदीश प्रकाश जी ने. ही इज़ 90 years old.
Okay.
And I mean it shows why he, like ये कहाँ से आ रहा है, इतने एक्सपीरियंस से ही आ रहा है जो उन्होंने लिखा है. And there was also the way it has been produced, it's also very intentional. Like I've purposely kept it very loopy and also very like एक आप उस एक मलंग स्टेट में ही आ जाओ. there's this constant sounding guitar riff जिससे शुरू होता है और उसी से एंड भी होता है.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how I wanted to do it.
And what's the
And,
intention? Malang state.
मतलब as in like जब आप एक ही फ्लो में रखते हो तो मतलब माय आइडिया वाज कि यार वो फोकस उसके वर्डिंग्स पे ही रहे.
हाँ.
मैं ज़्यादा अपनी इंस्ट्रूमेंटेशन से लोगों को बहकाना नहीं चाहता हूँ. तभी काफ़ी म्यूज़िक वैसे इवन है तो है जो दूसरा गाना है उसका भी कितना अमेजिंग थॉट है कि वो नहीं मेरा मगर उससे मोहब्बत है तो है. ये रस्मों रिवाजों से बगावत है तो है. दोस्त बनकर दुश्मनों सा वो सताता है मुझे, फिर भी उस जालिम पे मरना अपनी फितरत है तो है.
It's like conveying complex things, but
Yeah.
with such simplicity.
Yes. Yes.
है तो है.
Like you do whatever you want to do about it. तो बहुत सही है. It's also but it's one-sided love. It's also fighting for your love. So ये सारे ख्याल बहुत अच्छे लगते हैं. But वो भी है कि for a lot of these times for the age group, the younger age group, काफ़ी बार ये चीज़ें नहीं समझ में आती क्योंकि एक्सपीरियंस भी नहीं करा है. So that's why people probably above 25 or 30 or 40 plus तो of course वाह ही निकलती है क्योंकि they have lived through a lot and उनको भी पता है कि भाई क्या है. तो of course ये सारे गानों की एक ऑडियंस ऑलरेडी है, एक नीश है, बट कोशिश तो यही जा रही है कि how can we make it more accessible.
When does it come out?
It comes out on 13th of Feb.
13th of Feb.
And-
Right before.
Yes.
Is it
Right
intentional?
before Valentine's. क्योंकि वैलेंटाइन के एक दिन बाद सब लोग दर्द में होंगे. कुछ लोग थोड़े रिजेक्टेड भी फील कर रहे होंगे तो
Nice
फिर
marketing.
वो लोग दर्द सुन सकते हैं. Actually, just I think couple of days after only we'll release दर्द. So like your Valentine's special.
Are you going to be touring with the album also?
So I'm performing the next day in Ahmedabad.
Okay.
I'm performing at Natrani Amphitheatre. It's a place run by Malika Sarabhai ji. So really excited to perform there. But I'll be performing my usual set, which is electronic music and Sufi music. We'll of course perform some of the songs from the EP. But yeah, I think we might do something. So we're performing at Kala Ghoda also on the 1st.
Where in Kalagoda?
Cross Maidan.
Okay, I'll Google it.
Yeah. Town में ही है, but like quite excited. Mom is also joining, so it's gonna be fun. मजा आएगा.
Or I really liked the album art also, by the way. It's very simple, but it's very nice. The
Yes.
red, I like the shade of the red.
Oh, you're talking about Us Dil Nashi.
हाँ जो अभी आपने release किया.
Yes, it's very very vintage, very red, like almost like a vinyl cover. That was the idea.
Very
कि-
retroish.
Yes. we wanted to kind of keep it very कि थोड़ा जो लेट 80s 90s में जो वाइनल कवर्स हुआ करते थे वैसे थोड़े बहुत वैसा रखना था और बट जो एल्बम ईपी का जो वो है वो भी मुझे बहुत अच्छा लगता है इट्स वेरी वेरी सटल वेरी सिंपल वी वांटेड टू कीप इट एज सिंपल एज पॉसिबल
Yeah, that's yellowish, brownish.
या क्रीमिश जैसा कुछ है and थोड़ा बहुत वही we've just used images from the music video. Even the videos actually are very very simple because the focus should be on like what's being said. Otherwise, if you'll distract them with flashy visuals, it's just take away from
Yeah, yeah.
the juice.
I hope it does well.
Yeah, I hope so too.
And all the best with your album. I think we
Thanks.
had a nice chat.
Yeah, we did.
And भैया मुझे फ़ोन दिखा रहे हैं.
Overtime हो गया.
But really nice chat, and
Likewise.
all the best for your album.
Thank
And before we wrap this up, if you want to say anything to the audience, if you want to convey anything.
I mean, I just say please listen to this EP. दिल सफ़र बहुत ही दिल से बनाई है and I really love collaborating with my mother. I think हम लोग के collaborations बहुत अच्छे और बहुत natural तरीके से आ गए हैं and this is for the people who really like listening to music and just like sit down and listen to good poetry, good music. So yeah, give us all your love.
All right. All the best. Thank you so much.
Thanks, man. Thank you.